That goes on for a while, but it's pretty much the same thing.
So let's go and give you maybe a little bit of comfort that we may have some pushback here. How is Common Core severing the Constitution and the rule of law? So we have learned about the huge transformation of our schools. How specifically has our government been involved? Let's start with what the Minnesota Constitution says about education. Under Section 1 and Article 8 of the Minnesota Constitution provides a unified system of public schools. The stability of a Republican form of government is dependent mainly upon the intelligence of the people. It is the duty of the legislature to establish a general and unified system of public schools. The legislature shall make such provisions by taxing and otherwise will secure a thorough and efficient system of public schools throughout the state. Now, did anybody hear me say that the governor or the Minnesota commissioner was responsible for the education system? I don't think so. Well, that's how Common Core was done, because the race to the top grants and the waivers were all done at the executive branch. Later on, after they had done that, the legislature came back and put some laws underneath it. But technically, it was done backwards. Then we have another item regarding the school districts. People are not aware that in Minnesota we have independent school districts. And this is, again, under the law, under 120B.021, subdivision 1A. And it states, a school district can waive state mandate standards if the locally developed standards that are equally or more rigid than the corresponding state standards. Therefore, our school districts have more local control and authority than they either know or appreciate. These are provisions in the state law intended to help and protect local control. And again, under here, the Section 120 governs academic standards and development, and it prohibits academic standards from requiring a specific teaching method or a curriculum. This means that while the state is responsible for developing and adopting the standards, it is key subject matters, and the school district maintains control and authority over the curriculum. Although if most of the curriculum that they can get is only one-sided, that makes it difficult. Let's look at parent rights. You may notice on here this is a 1923 case. It's still good. Parental rights are broadly protected by the Supreme Court decision in Myers and Pierce, especially in the areas of education. The Supreme Court has repeatedly held that parents' processes for parental rights and is direct for upbringing and educating their children. So we just need to help educate people on that they have these rights because they're not knowing. So let's get to what can we do. Well, the first thing with MACC, Minnesotans Against Common Core, is to get your voice out there. Part of that is education. We're doing these educational programs throughout the state. The first thing is, we've got our website up there, www.mnagainstcc.com. You can join there. We've got articles, both that we have found and through other states. We also have a number of different Facebook groups. We've got one for the state, Minnesotans Against Common Core, if you put that in there. We also have closed groups, Minnesotans Against Common Core CG. We've got county groups, Hennepin County Against Common Core, and we've just started school district. A couple of piloted ones, Robbinsdale being one of them. So it's Robbinsdale Against Common Core. We may change that. But posting on there, questions, we answer a lot of questions. We have a number of different other states, groups that are out there. I talked about the BATS. There's a national organization for them. And we also are in contact with a lot of those. So if your question, we can't answer it one way or another. If it's a national question, some of the other states may have already gotten to it before us. Next is to speak to your family and your friends. And the last one is to get to school boards, teachers, and help educate them and let them know your feelings on this. I'll go through this quickly. These are some past and future meetings that we're going to be doing. 16th is where we're at right now. We're going to be up in Aiken, and then we'll be in Nisswa, Coon Rapids, Alexandria, over in Hudson, Hutchinson, Stillwater, and Hudson again, Minneapolis. We've got a group in the future up in the Moorhead, Fargo area, and then in Burnsville, St. Paul, and South Washington County, and also hopefully before the end of the school or before school starts in Brooklyn Center. So again, information. We also have a Gmail account for questions, and then I'll open it up to any questions that you have, and I appreciate your time. We went a little bit long on that, but there's a lot of material. We call it 101. Hopefully we'll be developing a 201 with more specifics.